Welcome back. It is 6:40 on your Friday morning. It's construction season once again, both on the roads and in many cases in our neighborhoods too. So if a utility company comes and digs up your yard, do they actually have to put it back the way they found it? We're asking attorney Dave Betras this morning for Legally Speaking. Good to see you. Good morning.
That was a pretty hard act to follow.
It was. So you got to amp up the energy.
I got to amp up, and I want to tell you, if I was a pro wrestler, my name would be the Gavel.
Ooh,
right? What do you think of that?
Great.
Right? The gavel,
really
I'd pop you over the head with a gavel.
Your finishing move, the gavel of justice.
Gavel.
Boom.
Forget the lightning. Forget that guy. I'd give him the gavel.
So if a utility company or something, obviously they have to do work on underground lines and everything.
So if they tear up your yard, they got to put it back, and they got to act with all due care to make sure no one gets hurt. Okay, that's a utility company on your road. Now I want to just transition a second to, we are now in barrel season.
Absolutely.
We have two seasons in Ohio, right?
Yes.
Winter and barrel.
Yes.
We've just gotten out of winter season and we're in barrel season.
Unfortunately
now.
for all of us.
It's
right?
crazy, but they have to actually submit plans to the Department of Transportation and show how they're going to do the construction. And we actually had one of our bigger cases where they didn't follow their own safety plan and someone got critically injured.
Really?
So yeah. So when they're setting up those barrels and all those signs, there's actually regulations on how many feet they have to be, how bright it has to be, how long before the construction zone hits, how many barrels they got to start setting up. And the same thing at your house. There's also regulations covering that. Now, if they come and dig up a hole and they leave that hole and don't put barrels around it or tape or something and someone falls in, they're responsible for that.
But if they do, like they've been putting some 5G and 10G lines in my neighborhood. So
10G?
To think of it.
Is that a new thing?
Yeah, it is a new thing apparently.
Oh my gosh.
But they dig these holes and then the workers go home for the day and they put like a little piece of plywood over it with a traffic cone on top. Is that enough? I mean, it's an attempt, right?
It's an attempt. Is it enough? You know, that's an iffy one.
Yeah.
If I was them, I'd put, weighted things on it and I'd put a little bit of tape around it and stuff like that. But hey, that's on them. They have insurance. That's why you pay insurance. But if someone gets hurt, they're probably going to be responsible for that.
And, so a lot of people, they spend thousands of dollars on landscaping and everything. And then to sit on your front porch and watch somebody dig it up and they'll shed a tear a little bit. But they do have to put it back.
They have to put it back, reseed it, redo everything. Yeah, that has to happen. What you see a lot of times too is with the bad storm coming through, especially now we're getting into storm season and trees falling, that creates havoc too, and that's a whole separate topic we could do maybe next week.
Maybe we could.
Yeah.
But back to traffic construction and everything. We see fines doubled or what are the signs that say that in traffic zones. But what else should drivers be keeping in mind to make sure those people are safe?
Yeah. So look, those workers on those roads, that's a dangerous job. You see them have hard hats, the bright yellow. Everyone, please slow down in construction zones. These workers are at risk. There's cars whipping by them, and it's so easy to clip one of them. I mean, you see accidents even if you see State Highway Patrol people, when they pull people over, they go to the passenger side of the door because too many of them have been killed or seriously injured. Because, if you're traveling and you're not allowed to be on your phone, but that doesn't mean people aren't on their phones when they're traveling. In 2 seconds, you could just swerve over and clip a worker, clip a cone can fly up and hit a worker. We had a worker some years ago, got clipped by a truck kept going. And we had to go find the truck. It was hard finding the truck that hit him and critically injured his back, and to this day he's still injured. So I always tell people, when you're going through a construction zone, please slow down. The fines are doubled, and if you hit someone in a construction zone, you will get charged, and you'll probably go to prison. Yeah. So please slow down.
Oh, I mean, and people think of the inconvenience or whatever, but it's about safety, right?
It is about safety. And look, we live in inclement weather, so those roads get tore up with the salt and the plow trucks every winter. And so that's just, look, where we live, we have to get used to it. It's going to snow in the winter. It's going to be a thing, and then they have to go out and repair the roads. That's going to have to be a thing. If you want nice roads to drive on, it's the inconvenience you have to put up with.
That is the other season, by the way, pothole season.
In
between winter and barrel season.
Barrel season, that's correct. Pothole season.
And he brought the supplies, so we are well loved.
From our good friends at Landmark. And
well loved.
Look,
they even have an artsy shot this morning like that.
There they go.
The wrestler has our guys on on their this morning. All right, Dave, good to see you. Thank you
Good
so
to see.
much.
Remember the gavel.
Yes, the gavel.